McCART, IFL TV in association with MTK Global. Delighted to be joined by John Docherty. John, what's happening, my man? You all good?
All good, yeah. Just training away. Just waiting on the next date.
Well, before we talk about you training away and the next day and stuff like that, obviously the reason why I've got you on this is to get your sole opinion on Idris Virgo. Now, there was talk about you and him have gone back and forth on Twitter and social media. Now, I just want to go back to last week. Did you see his antics with Scott Williams when he poured the water over him? And if you did, what were your thoughts on that?
Thoughts on that? I did see it, yeah. You know what? I wasn't interested in fighting him after Anthony Fox win, so I was just going to leave him aside. But seeing that there, a kid who's had 7 fights and 7 losses and pouring water over him, it's just a joke, really. And I really want to get him in the ring and hurt him for doing that. Do you know what I mean? Try and do that against me. Go and try and do that against me, or he's been talking a lot, saying he wants to fight me, he wants to do this here. We can get it on. Do you know what I mean? Sky, Eddie Hearn, he likes to fight. It brings a lot of tension. Do you know what I mean? So, as I said, what I think of that there, what he's done is absolutely disgraceful, and it just shows you what kind of man he is.
Again, why do you think he needs to act like that? Do you think there's a reason behind that, or is that just his personality, or do you think it's a show?
I don't know, because I don't know him personally, but it could just be for a show to get his hype up or whatever. I don't have a clue what it is, but what I go by with it is absolutely ridiculous, and he's gonna get hated really badly. Well, there's a lot of pro boxers who have been texting him on Twitter. I've seen back and forward. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully I can get my hands on him and sort him out. Do you know what I mean? For once and for all.
Like you said, you mentioned there. I seen Liam Williams message him. I seen like there's a lot of fighters out there that seem to want to fight him now after all this. So he's not got a lack of opponents if he needs them.
No, definitely not. And hopefully that can be the first. Because me and him's already got some rivalry there. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully me and him can get it on, and it'll bring a lot of attention to the fight. Do you know what I mean? Eddie Hearn wants it on. Sky Sports is ready to tell him to get it on. Do you know what I mean? So basically, I'm losing. I'm stopping my career and going back a step again to fight him. Do you know what I mean? I just want to hurt him for what he's been doing in the past, and what he's just done there last week. It's a joke. He's a joke to boxing, and I want to hurt him. That's the whole top and bottom of it. Do you know what I mean? I just want to. I'm actually stopping my career for him because I could go into a British title eliminator because I've been told I can get that. Do you know what I mean? A final eliminator. But if he wants to fight, I'm going to stop my career and then putting him through some serious damage.
Again, like you said, you can get the British title eliminator. Is this a personal thing for you then? Is this personal to you, fighting somebody like Idris, because obviously what he said and done and stuff like that? Is this a personal sort of fight for you?
It's just a joke to boxing. Do you know what I mean? He's trying to con the boxing that there. He's not worth, honestly, got a slap. But it's just get him in the ring, and yeah, it's personal. He's been calling me a lot of names. He's been saying a lot of stuff about travellers and just all shit like that. Really, go back to your caravan, and I want to hurt him for that. And he will get it. If he gets in the ring with me, I think he's just too scared to fail you. I think he's got some brains, because if he gets in the ring with me, generally he's going to be in one of them. He's going to get in the ring with me, and I'm going to actually have that hate over him that I want to hurt him. And I wouldn't like to be at him at the end of the night. Do you know what I mean? On the end of my punches, what I'm going to do to him.
You obviously had discussions with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom and stuff like that. What has been said with this fight? Is this fight being offered to Idris? Has anyone made an offer to him and yourself?
Well, Eddie Hearn done a Twitter, I think it was just the day before, something on Twitter, and then Matchroom texted me saying, come down and give us some stick on a video. Now I speak to Matchroom yesterday at the offices, and they said, yeah, this fight, if he wants to fight, we're going to put it towards him. If he wants to fight, we'll get it made, and it'll be a good fight for the show. Do you know what I mean? So I can get on the show by the end of the year, get a fight up by the end of the year. Do you know what I mean? So we'll just have to wait and see. I texted him yesterday. He said, yes, I'll talk to my team and we'll get this fight sorted. And that's the first time he said that. So hopefully we can get this on and get it announced next few. He said by the end of the week. We'll see what happens. We'll see if he come back when he think, oh, they go to my team. But Eddie Hearn wants it on the show. Obviously, it's a good thing for Eddie Hearn putting on the show because it'll bring a lot of attention. Do you know what I mean? As I said before, so just have to wait and see. Hopefully, he can just get in the ring with me and we can. Oh, you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deep down, do you think that Idris wants to fight with you, or do you think it's just clout chasing? What do you think?
What did you say, Andy?
I said, do you think he really wants to fight with you, or do you think it's just clout chasing? He's just chasing.
Listen, At the start, I think he was, but now he thinks he's brought a lot of attention. Do you know what I mean? So listen, I do think he likes attention. So if he fights me, he's gonna have a lot of crowd there. So I do think he is gonna fight me. I think he has got the courage to fight me. But listen, I might be wrong. But listen, he's got one more chance. If he doesn't want to fight, that's it. Because I've got to push on with my career now. As I said after my last performance, I'm gonna push on now. But he's come back up again. He's just done that water thing there. He's been saying a lot of shit. So I'm willing, as I said, I'm willing to stop my career for this bum and hurt him.
You said you've got the opportunity to fight for a British title eliminator. Do you have an opponent for that? Who's on the list to fight?
They've mentioned a few, Andy. They've mentioned like Tommy Lamford, him with fought the one, which is the last time. It was out with them two. Do you know what I mean? So it's just getting the fight.
Fights for you. They're good fights. They're good names.
You know what, Andy? My last performance, I know I stopped Anthony Fox. It was a very bad performance. My chin was in the air, man. I was looking for the stoppage. I wasn't even boxing. I was slinging my jab. My chin was 10 miles in the air. Like, I've got a lot to work on. And people have been saying, "Oh, John will get his head boxed off." And then this year, yes, of that last performance, any British challenger fighter will beat me on that last performance. But I want to fight somebody that's going to give me nerves to go into the ring. Do you know what I mean? With them other two boys as mentioned, they will give me that, and they will force me some threat. Do you know what I mean? So I've just got to get what I've done wrong the last fight, sort out this fight. Do you know what I mean? I've got a lot to learn. Do you know what I mean? But getting the boys in front of me will show the class I am.
I mean, again, the division, you're ranked quite high in box rig. You can't really take much from box rig, but you're ranked number 8. The fighters in front of you, guys like Zach Parker, Lerone Richards, and stuff like that. Are these the fights that you're aiming for, I suppose?
I want, well, I've been told, but I don't know if it's going to be 100%, is if I don't fight Drago, whatever his name is, I'm going to fight for the final eliminator. I don't have an opponent yet. I think it was either them two opponents, and then I'll get a British title shot then next year. The beginning of next year. So I just have to wait and see what the crack is with it. Do you know what I mean? But Virgo's come up first. I'm willing to stop my career. As I said, pause my career to fight that bum.
Let's talk about the future then. I mean, Scottish boxing. Where are you right now? Are you back up at Montrose?
No, I'm back in London now. I'm back in training.
You're back in training? All right, I was just going to say the trees behind you. It looks like Montrose.
No.
Right, so you're back in training, mate. So again, what's your team been saying? You're willing. You said that you're willing to put your career on hold, but what has your team said to you in reference to your next fight? Is it going to be this British title eliminator if this Idris Virgo fight doesn't come along? Because I know the times that we're in right now, we don't know, it's uncertainty, but for you, are you aiming, how do you get your mind set for either it's going to be Idris or British title eliminator? How do you focus on one thing?
Drago's just basically coming back up again. Do you know what I mean? I was just fully focused on the final eliminator. Do you know what I mean? That's more important to me winning the British title and getting closer to the British title. Do you know what I mean? Against some good names. You know what I mean? On my last performance, a lot of British boxers will go by that and think, "Oh, we'll beat John easy." But listen, my mind's fully on getting a British title shot. And then this got mentioned again just today. They told me to come up to the matchroom office and put our thing out to him. So I've did it. If he doesn't come back this time, he doesn't want to fight, that's it. Honest to God, I've got to get on my career. But as I said on the video, I'm willing to pause my career, come back a step again, and fight him. Don't get me wrong, I do get a bit out of it. I get like a bit of fight. His fans have got a lot of fans. There'll be a lot of tension on the fight. I mean, everyone wants to see him get hurt, so I do get something out of it. And he's a bit of an ignorant little twat, so I get to punish him for it. Do you know what I mean? So, but listen, if he doesn't come back this week when I think that's it, I'm going to go for the British title, the final British title later. But as I said, Andy, you don't know what's going to happen with this COVID. Do you know what I mean? Anything can come along.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I think Eddie's only doing 4 shows the rest of this year. Do you know what I mean? There's one. I think there's 2. One at the end of this month, and then that. And then there's Dillian White and Anthony Joshua.
Yeah. And I think which bill are you hoping to be on?
Dillian White, I've been told, and perfected. I got told for the final eliminator. So, but just have to wait and see what the crack is with them and how it's going to go. Do you know what I mean? But as I said, Eddie Hearn is more interested in the Virgo fight because it brings a lot more thing to the stadium. Do you know what I mean? So, but listen, me and Tony's would obviously rather have the British title final eliminator. Do you know what I mean? But we'll just have to wait and see what the crack is.
Definitely. John, can I just get one final word on Idris from you then? You got a message for him?
Well, I've got a message from him, yes. Stop being a little shithouse and get yourself in the ring with the Doc. see who the man at the mouse is, as I said before, and I can sort you out once and for all.
Yeah.
You're a little bitch, man.
Right, John, as always, I enjoy doing my interviews with you. I enjoy speaking to you, my man. Stick in, and hopefully you get that British title shot sooner rather than later.
No problem, boy. Cheers, Andy. Thanks.
There ain't nowhere quite like home. There ain't nowhere